What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, the Sunday stock watch list, where I talk about all the stocks that I like, all the stocks that I dislike, the earnings calendar, and what's really going on. Now, we got the Fed out the way. We're finally here, and it's just us. That's what it feels like this week. Now, we do have a few earnings left, not as much as last week with all the big tech stocks, but we'll go through them and see what we like and what do we usually pay attention to. But before we go ahead and do that, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. I'll wait for you to do that. Comment down below what other videos you'd like to see on this channel and what other stocks are you guys watching this week. Now, understand the Discord is free every single week. Make sure you join. It's once a week on Wednesdays where you get the live signals, the pre-market reviews, the trade reviews, the lessons and courses we do every single night in the chat for free. Make sure you attend that if you actually want to take this serious, and then make sure you come to the 9 a.m. Eastern Instagram lives and TikTok lives where I kind of go over the pre-market reviews there as well. So here's the earnings calendar. You have Cat on Monday. That's pretty important. McDonald's. You have Palantir, which a lot of you herbs like to play. Chegg sometimes does have some big moves. Tuesday, you have Snap, you have Spotify, you have Ford. That's going to be a big one. Chipotle, BP, Toyota, Amgen does actually move. Wednesday, you have Alibaba, PayPal, Uber, Disney, ARM, CVS, Roblox. That looks like that's about it on Wednesday for me, at least. Thursday, you have Affirm, Pinterest, Spirit. And that's about it for me, unless you guys are looking at pet meds. Friday, you have Pepsi and a whole bunch of things that I do not care about, actually. So, last week was absolutely insane. You had Amazon report earnings. Look at this stock, man. From 156 all the way up to 174. Now, Amazon is starting to look spicy again. We finally are going in the right direction. Maybe back to all-time highs. We're pretty much almost there, right? So, look at this on the 5-year here. We're almost at all-time highs. Obviously, this is post-split, so the prices are different because remember, the stock used to be 3,000 plus. Now, I'm not watching Amazon this week, even though you guys may like it. We are coming into this area, this 172 area. Probably be watching that just to see the momentum and how this does move. But Friday, we were up $12.53. You guys can see that. But a few things that I'm watching. This is probably the biggest play I'm watching this week, SMCI. Now, a lot of people keep commenting on my Instagram from all the profits that we've been making in the chat. This is a garbage stock. This stock has no value. You're not wrong, but I'm a day trader, and I'm day trading these stocks. Now, I do have long-term investments, and this will never be part of my long-term investments. Maybe one day when they actually do have a company that I like. But right now, this is a junk stock, right? So if you go here, we do have this uptrend. And I am watching this 565 break to the downside. Now, why am I looking at this? When this stock falls, it falls. On Friday, I caught this $15 move to the downside from 580. Actually, yeah, I waited for 580. So 580 all the way down. And believe it or not, if you go to my Instagram or you go to the Discord, you'll see the signal where I sold it. I sold on the 566 break. Now, why did I get out there, right? I'll explain real quick, even though this is not a trade review. 565 was the pre-structure we had. So if you go here, this stock has no areas of any type of support and resistances, like real support and resistances, because it just continues to break out and make new highs, and it just has these crazy moves. The reason I narrowed it down to 565 is because you guys can see we got rejected here at 565, and you could see that we were struggling here at 565. All these wicks happened at 565. So I used 565 as my exit plan on this trade. Now, what am I looking at this following week on SMCI? I'm watching this 565 break, and from 565, I have no real structure into this 540 area. Now, that is a big move, and usually I would say, okay, we can't get this in a day. It would take a week, but this can happen in a day. So this is the number one priority or number one stock that I'm watching this week, SMCI to the downside. Now, if we get the upside, it's the same BS every single week, make new high, cash out on the calls, that's all cool and all, but this is an actual play setting up. Now, Meta, what more can you ask from a company? We now have dividends. We're having buybacks. Mark Zuckerberg is for the investors, the people. You guys saw what happened on the earnings call. So, yes, we did pull back pretty heavily. We do have a high of 485. Now, this is going to be a Momo play for me this week. If it does come back to 485, I'll probably start playing, scalping the new highs. Nothing crazy. there's actually no setup really because this is all-time highs for this, right? So when the Momo comes, that's how I'll play it. Now, next thing I'm watching is NVIDIA. Same thing kind of here. Momo. Now, the peak was 666. So I'm watching this 670 level. This I actually do want to watch, since we're at all-time highs, psychological levels, which we're leading into right now, which is the 670. And then 670, you just have to base the your hold on history, how much it likes to move on days it makes new highs, and the momentum, and obviously tape reading. If you can't read the tape, it's hard for you to play stocks like this, and it's considered risky for you guys because you guys can't decipher whether the buyers are aggressive, the sellers are aggressive. Where are they buying when the stock's moving higher? Are they buying at the ask, buying at the bid? A lot of you guys don't understand that, and that's the reason that you guys have trouble playing stocks like this. So this is a stock that I'm watching at the 670 level. Obviously, if you're in the Discord, it'll be the live signals, and I'm going to be talking about specific levels every single day. But when it comes up to a week like this, it's pretty hard to kind of narrow it down, especially when a stock's at all-time highs. Now, you have Tesla. Stock's weak. There's just nothing to say about this. Struggling, very much struggling. While things are up $30, $10, $20, 3%, this stock on Friday was up or down $1, right? So I'm watching this 180 to the downside here. You guys can see we have room on the 4-hour on this trend down to 160, 142. If I put this on the 1-hour, you guys can see we're struggling. So after this 182, we have this 180 level. But I'm most likely going to just be watching this 180 break to the downside. Obviously, I want to see a hold below that. And then on the 1 year, we have room down to 171. So that's what I'm watching with Tesla. Let's see, Netflix for you guys. Nothing much there for me. You do have this gap play, but we're pretty far from that. And I doubt we'll get that this week, actually, on something like this on Netflix. Apple kind of picked it up finally. They bought that dip. So I have nothing there. So one thing I am watching, though, is BA. I'm not a fan of BA. Never will be. But for people that like watching BA, watch this support at 198. Now, we did push off of that on earnings from 198 all the way up to 215. So if you're interested on plays on BA, that is something to watch there. Will I be playing it? If there's nothing there that nothing that I usually play on that given day, maybe I'll play BA to the downside. So 198, next support there is 194.80, so let's just say 195. After that, psychological level is 190, and after that, I don't have anything till 186.47. So that's BA. You have things like AMD that was running for a little bit, came back, pushed back, all that good stuff. But that's pretty much my watch list for this week. Now, on Sundays, I kind of try to, watch the broad market, and as the week goes on, every single morning, I'll narrow it down to the top plays and maybe even cycle things and rotate things in and out of my watch list. That's how I like to, trade or set up the market every single week, right? So that's why it's important to be in that pre-market review every single morning so you can see exactly what I'm looking at and what I'm looking at for that day, because what I'm looking at on Sunday can completely change by Monday or Tuesday, right? So pay attention to those things. Make sure you come to the pre-market reviews, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.